Hey guys, what's going on? Just gonna take a quick look at Casper. This was a request. Ticker for this is CSPR, and I'm currently on the weekly time frame. I've mentioned this in previous Casper analysis videos that if you want to trade this asset, I recommend that you draw a few horizontal trend lines. So I have these drawn on a weekly time frame. The first one, I would suggest just identify the lower region of these two candle bodies right here and paste the trend line, yeah, just underneath those candle bodies. Because you see over here, this was the level of resistance. And then obviously when we came back to it, it served as a support level, and it was support right here as well. And we recently broke below it. So we know the price being below this horizontal trend line, if the price comes back up to it, you can anticipate that maybe sellers are going to come in here and sell off. So if you see a candle body close on the weekly time frame above this level, that's going to be a very bullish sign. Okay, the other two horizontal trend lines that I recommend you draw. The first one is pretty much where we are right now. Identify the top of these two candle bodies and just paste the trend line right there. And you'll see it was resistance here and it was also resistance right here. Notice how the wick would come above it, the candle body would close below this trend line. So again, knowing what a significant region this is on the weekly time frame, you do not want to see a candle body close below here, right? So while it was resistance here back in November of 2022, now it's going to be support. And you can see that so far the support is holding as this candle, we came all the way down, we wicked down, but so far the candle body is above it, right? And we're only Saturday right now, so tomorrow at around 8 o'clock Eastern time, this weekly candle is going to close. And what you want to see is just basically this level being defended and this candle body closing above this horizontal line. Now this second trend line is based on the daily time frame, so I'm going to switch the chart. And you'll see now that I'm on the daily time frame, this level right here, this second horizontal trend line, it was resistance all throughout here, resistance right here. Just a long history of this level being a resistance as well, primarily on the daily time frame. You see over here, I have this region marked, and I haven't looked at this chart in a while, but I was surprised to see that I had marked out this zone. If you go back and watch my previous Casper videos, I had this zone marked out quite a while ago as a potential region of support if we broke down from the previous level of support. And yeah, we've come down to this level that I had marked out. And, this level was marked out for a couple reasons. Obviously, number one, it's just like the previous price action, right? So we had this horizontal support and resistance line that I just mentioned. But also, if I take a Fibonacci retracement tool and run it from the swing low here up to the swing high, you'll see that this level is right at the 786 Fibonacci retracement level, right? So where we are right now is, I had this level marked out for quite a while. So it is one of my buy zones, right? Now, what we don't want to see, as I mentioned, we don't want to start seeing weekly candle bodies closing below this 786. If that happens, I would probably look to either short or exit my long position. So if I was to take a long position right here, I would place my stop loss just below this 786 retracement level, okay? If this level breaks, perhaps maybe look to short all the way down to this 88.3, and that's around 0.02793. But as for right now, it is at a what should be a strong level of support. Now I'm going to change the chart, and I want to show you something else. So I'm on the weekly time frame once again, but we were putting in this kind of like ascending channel pattern. So we had the high, the low, the high, the low. And in the last video I did, I pointed out that we were breaking below this. And yeah, we tried to get back above it, but we got rejected. Actually, to give you a better look at that, I'll switch this to the daily time frame. And you'll see that once we started closing the candle body below here on the daily, see there was a fight being put up right here. This candle body closed below it. That's when you knew that Casper was in trouble. Price tried to get back above it, but a broken level of long-term support will then flip to a resistance. So that's exactly what we saw here. And yeah, we've just kind of been coming down ever since. Now, you see how we have this low, now we have a lower low. What I want to see is if we're putting in a potential bullish divergence here. So let's look at our oscillators. Here we have a low, then we have a higher low. In contrast that to the price action, a low and a lower low. So we have a bullish divergence right here on this indicator, which is called the ultimate stochastic. I'll put a link to this in the pinned comment if you want to check it out. And here we have an RSI and the same thing right here. So you see we have a low, then we have a higher low, bang right here, and yeah, bullish divergence on the RSI as well. So looks good for an entry to me, just based on the fact that, you know, the weekly time frame has come down to the 786 retracement level. So if I was to enter where we are right now, my stop would have to be placed below this 786. So entering theoretically at the price is 0.03168. Stop loss for me would have to be 0.03 015. So that's where I'd have my stop. My target, it looks good to come up here to the this golden pocket that we broke, but actually let me have a look at where that would be. Okay, so if I was to enter a long right here, I would definitely look to exit at this broken level of support turn resistance, right? So let's just take a quick look at what kind of R&R this would get us. So a long position from the current, from where we are right now. You know what? Conservatively, let's say I exited the position right here at this basically previous high, and my stop loss, as I mentioned, would have to be about here. Yeah, 0.03. And the stop loss, as I mentioned, would have to be around 0.03, because yeah, this is going to be just below the 786 retracement level. So conservatively, this would give me a risk reward ratio of 1 to 2.13. It's not the greatest. It's okay. I would risk 4.74%. Like that's what my stop loss would be, to potentially get over 10% to the upside. So that's not bad. The way I would personally play this, though, is as the price comes up, I would just move my stop loss up to break even. And that way, if the price comes back down, I don't take a loss. And then as the price continues higher, I would just move my stop loss higher to just lock in some gains. And ultimately, I would like to target all the way back up to this former level of broken support. And I would anticipate that this will be the resistance. Now, if the price makes it all the way up here, I would get over 22% for that almost 4.74% risk, and that's going to give me an R&R of 1 to 4.64. So that's pretty good. Okay, so just to recap, this ascending channel broke down, and let me change this back to the daily time frame. We this broken level of support flipped to resistance. We got rejected from it. However, we are putting in a bullish divergence right now. You see the low, then a lower low on the price, and then we have the oscillators putting in a low, then a higher low, both the stochastic and the RSI. So that's a good sign. And then shifting back over here to this chart, we have done a retracement right down to the 786, and basically this long-term significant level on the chart, this horizontal line that I suggested that you draw based on the top of these candle bodies here. It was resistance here, and now this level is serving as a support level, right? So not a bad time to enter personally. Of course, this isn't financial advice, but yeah, I see some pretty good trade setups, of course, with the stop loss below this 786. So you wouldn't have to risk more than 5% on this trade. And yeah, looks good for a potential level of support from where we are. Okay, anyway, hopefully you found that helpful. If you did, smash the like button. If you're not subscribed and you want to get notified when I release these videos, click subscribe, click the bell, click on all. And if you want to please do trade Casper and pretty much any of the other coins that I talk about on this channel, I put a link to 2 different exchanges in the pinned comment and the description. One of them is called BitGet, great exchange, but unfortunately, as of tomorrow, I believe, they're going to start requiring KYC. If you're not down with that, I put a link to an alternative called BingX. BingX does not require you to submit any of your personal documents, so that's good. I know that's important to a lot of people, and they're also offering some pretty good sign-up bonuses. So yeah, check the link in the pinned comment and the description if you want to see what they're offering. And yeah, that about wraps it up. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.